Well, welcome back to another Wednesday whiskey review from you boys, the Buffalo Happy Hour. Today, Michael brought us a treat.
Oh, sure did.
What do we got here, bud?
So this is McKenzie's single barrel that they did, and we'll start by saying that this is not from the sponsor of the show, which is Addie's. This was actually not even purchased in Buffalo. This was a Christmas gift to me from a liquor store in Syracuse. My in-laws live in Syracuse, for those that don't know or don't follow the show. So this is a single barrel from McKenzie's yet again, just so I can reiterate the same point 4 times on the show and drive everyone nuts. But
who is this from?
This is a Christmas gift from my father-in-law, who lives in Syracuse. So this is from
this
a liquor store.
McKenzie's single barrel?
So they're located in the Finger Lakes. Brian McKenzie is the founder and head distiller. Awesome gentleman who is also a part of the state board, basically, to try to get liquor in the same vein that wine is, so you can ship it across state lines, which is amazing. So, Brian, thank you so much for all the work that you do for New York State, but also thank you for producing great products so that we can enjoy them. Addie's, thank you so much for being a sponsor of today's video. Even though this was not from your store, we do still appreciate you, and obviously...
And they do sell other McKenzie products there, right?
Would die for Addie's, but yes, McKenzie's brand is still sold at Addie's, which you can definitely check out. Generally, MSRP, they're around $60, depending on the bottle and SKU. Again, Addie's has over 60,000 SKUs and in-house wine sommelier, and you can download their app at the Addie's App Store or the Addie's app on the Apple App Store and the Google Playground Play Store. So, this single barrel, which is what people clicked on and want to hear about. So, this single barrel is a straight rye. It's aged 6.5 years, okay? The barrel number is 1910. Great year.
Great year.
It's kind of around the First World War, but we'll talk about that later.
Still a great year.
It's a 750 milliliter bottle. It's 52.2 ABV, which rounds it out at 104.4 proof. And here is the mash bill. 80% rye.
Okay.
20% malted barley.
Ooh, they're going not the high rye, but majority rye, and I like that.
Yeah, 80-20 split. So I'm excited for
I
it.
feel like this is going to be a lot of flavors. It's not just going to hit you with the peppercorn. It's going to have a lot of those barrel characteristics, Well, let's do label branding first.
I am. I'm letting it breathe for a second. So I know you don't have to. We're doing it. So label branding. I do love McKenzie's logo. It's in reference to the Finger Lakes, which is great. And then the dot in it is where he is, in reference to said lakes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, their bottle is taller than other brands.
Mm-hmm.
I do kind of like that. It's kind of a profound bottle that you would see on a shelf. It does kind of stand out and pop.
And it's got like a nice little ridged neck there.
Yeah.
It's
got a nice, rigid, strong neck.
It does.
Ready to rock and roll. So, other than that, they have like a parchment paper over the top. Gave you the pertinent info, handwritten specs for you. And then, just so you know, the barrel yielded 180 bottles, and this is bottle number 57.
Love that.
So,
I mean, it's a pretty looking bottle. Is Pascal's a liquor store?
yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I like it. I like how with the single barrel they kind of tuned the label to that single barrel, which I like. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So label branding, I'm going to go a check.
A check, I agree. I agree. Nose. It's Sam chewing on his bone.
Oh, I didn't know Sam brought a bone.
It's not a bone. It's a rubber toy.
I just wanted to make sure he wasn't chewing on some cords,
Oh, yeah. No.
Okay, good. All right, so let's pour this one out.
This is why he's able to just lay down. Also, out of shot, the BHH, one of 2 pups, is in studio today. So that's what we got. There's a lab in the studio.
Sorry, you don't gotta put it in the camera frame or anything. I'll switch. So nose.
You're so salty. It's fine. You don't have to do anything correct on your job. Okay. Baking spice, pepper.
I smell like a cherry permanent marker.
There's a lot of cherry. There's a lot of cherry.
It's like a cherry, like you just open up that Sharpie or dry erase marker.
How many things do you huff during the workday?
Whoa, let's not get into my past, bro. Just kidding.
Past or present? The last 3 weeks you've been referencing Sharpies. Is everything good?
And ink, dude. You gotta huff that ink.
Here we go. Cherry and that baking spice pretty much own the nose.
Yeah, I'm getting like that dry erase marker note to it though too. It's good. You're kind of getting a little bit of that like fresh wood on the back end. Nothing super aged, which
Fresh
is funny
grain.
because this is I'm getting fresh wood.
I'm getting
Like-
fresh grain.
Like just chopped down tree. Like just went Paul Bunyan on it right now. With this being 6.5 years, that's pretty interesting because normally you wouldn't get too much of that note for me. But all right, so nose, giving it what?
I'm going to go B plus, Jack.
I was gonna say the exact same thing actually. So cheers to that, and I agree.
agree.
All right, initial taste.
agree.
It's pretty hot for only being what 114? No, 104.
104.
104.4. This is coming out pretty hot.
This, it scrunched up my shirt. I had a horrific swallow there.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, that's 100% on camera. Swallowed it like a cube.
That's the worst.
Oh,
How much did you drink?
That was miserable.
How much
What?
did you consume that it went down like a cube?
I was swooshing it, and then I got so excited that like the little Irishman in me is like, oh my goodness. and then I just had to swallow it, and then it didn't travel correctly. Did not travel correctly. No. This is like going to the airport and forgetting important documents, you know? So it is hot. What was that face for?
How do those correlate?
I will lay you out. Did you ever go somewhere not prepared? And we'll talk about it. Initial taste. It's hot for a 104.4.
It's a 0.4 that does it.
Yeah. I think that's what really set it over the edge. I think.
I don't know why people listen to us.
Oh, I find it hilarious that people tune in every single week. The cherry follows through the initial taste, which is enjoyable for me.
What I
I like that note.
Yeah, what I like is that Sharpie dry erase marker doesn't taste like it. It just kind of comes off as like this hot ethanol dry erase marker for the nose, but it's very, very pleasant, sweet. You get a lot of like wood sugars and like very sweet and kind of salty notes, honestly, to the initial taste.
Yeah, and then you just get punched with pepper and baking spice on the initial taste. And you know what I'm going to get to, because that's my favorite part about this single barrel, personally.
So initial taste, I'm going to go B plus again.
Yeah, B plus.
All right, I agree.
I agree.
Any note?
Any note is when you pick up our favorite grain. For me, that's when I'm picking up the barley. And that's what really rounds this out, makes it a little more smooth, a little more whole. It cuts it a little bit, and it makes the ending note just that much more enjoyable.
Yeah. The only thing that I fear is that people that don't enjoy barley will think that the ending note is a little flat.
Who doesn't enjoy barley?
You got bourbon people that are like, give me corn. But like the barley in there you kind of have to search for a little bit, which I like.
Me too.
So, but
Gives
if you're not super into that, or not even like a big Scotch or Irish whiskey person, you might be thinking that the ending note is a little bit flat because it's so flavor forward in the initial taste that it kind of the crazy flavors are definitely in the initial taste, and it subtly goes away in the ending note. But that's because the barley is letting itself shine through and giving you more of the barrel characteristics, and that kind of, like Mike was saying, it rounds it out. It makes it not as sharp during the end. So just be aware of that. I enjoy it. I'm actually salivating a lot because of the ending note, because it gave you like that sweet subtleness, but you're like, oh, I want that initial taste again. Like, it's a good dynamic, and it kind of splits it right in half, which I like.
It's not overly oily either.
Yeah.
And it's not viscous. It's just a very profound, bold flavor.
I actually really like this mash, Bill. This 80-20. This is really good.
I agree.
I agree.
Any note rating?
What do you think? I'm maybe any note. I'm gonna go A minus. Check.
A minus.
A minus. Okay.
A minus. I agree.
Right.
Final rating, Derek. Give me that countdown for McKenzie's single barrel straight rye.
I like this a lot. 3, 2, 1. 92.
86. 86, 92.
Come on.
88.5.
Nope.
89.
Yep. There you go. 89. Solid.
Nailed it. So good at math.
This is good. I really like this mash bill because I feel like if they went any higher, I don't really know what I'm talking about, just so you know, but if they went any higher, like a traditional 95.5, I feel like it would have lost that ending note taste that you and I enjoy with this product. It might maybe attract more people because it would be flavorful throughout the entire thing. But for you and I and what we look for in our whiskey, I think that this is a perfect mash bill for this product.
I agree.
I agree.
McKenzie, nice job as always.
Yes. If you're watching, nice job. Well, thank you for joining today's Wednesday Whiskey Review with McKenzie Single Barrel Rye Whiskey. This was quite a good one. If you ever make your way out to the Finger Lakes, definitely stop by and get a flight. Do whatever you can to try as much products as you possibly can because they are, I would confidently say, top 5 distilleries in New York for me.
I would have to agree with that.
Right? Like they're just a very solid, underrated distillery.
Yeah, and generally their products are 100 proof.
Yeah.
Makes me happy.
If you do go check it out and you do some tastings over there, please remember to always drink responsibly, be a good person. And Michael.
Do not litter.
We're out.